telling you to do anything. I'm just telling you we're filming a video.
You can start filming a video. I'll fucking smack it out.
Are you gonna smack it out of my hand?
No, I'm not gonna do that.
You gonna smack who? What's going on? China Mac TV collab with
Mac TV.
Yo, I found another Mac TV. I found another Mac. It's a Mac and Mac in Pattaya.
Let's do it, man.
Alright, so I found this brother's videos while I was doing a search on Pattaya, and I came across a bunch of his videos. Actually, I thought it was very informative, very educational for people that's coming from wherever you're coming from, different countries, different places, different walks of life. This man had a lot of very knowledgeable information, and I thought that it would be cool to link up with him so he could kind of show me the ins and outs of Pattaya, and he could give me what to do and what not to do out here in Pattaya, Thailand. So where we at right now?
So right now we are on Soi 6, just on Second Road. We're right at the top of the street. We're gonna have a walk down the street now. This is a notorious street. There's over 1,000 girls on this street, 70 open bars, and this is where the party's happening.
What's your history?
So I've managed quite a few bars down here. I live around the corner. I've worked here for a while, and I know a lot of people. I know a lot of stories, and yeah.
So you worked here?
Yeah, I've owned.
How long have you been here?
I've lived in Thailand for 2 years, but I worked here flat out straight for a whole year. 6 days a week, drinking every day in the bars.
Alright, so this is the spot right here. This is the hot spot.
Yeah, man.
Alright, so let's take a look at it.
Yeah, man, let's go.
Right, come on.
The bars on this half of the street open at 3 o'clock and they close at 1 o'clock. The bars down that end of the street open at 4 and close at 2. Because it's like, it works like a one-way system around here. So everyone gets dropped off at that end of the street, and then that side of the street fills up more. And then when it gets more busy, they open up that half of the street, and that stays open later towards the end of the night. When all the bars close here, the customers, they get filtered down to the bars down that end of the street.
So what happens out here? Is it the same thing, or like?
It's all the same thing in all the bars, pretty much.
What up, gang? How you doing? Yes, sir.
Each bar's got its own different vibe, different style, different names and stuff. But there's like 30 girls working in each bar. Yeah. These girls are like young girls from up in Isan, and they come down here for the money because they earn 5 times more money working in these bars than they do up north.
Yeah, this is actually my first time in Pattaya.
Yeah.
I've been on streets like this, you know, Phuket, Bangkok. It's more intense out here.
More in your face, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. So I see a bunch of girls. Are these all the girls that are sitting here? They're all working girls.
Yeah, all working girls.
And when you say working, does that mean like, is it just bar girls, or are they actually doing other shit like the extras?
So basically, a lot of the girls, they just want to work for drinks. They have to get a certain amount of drinks to get the full salary of 15,000 baht on average. But you can take these girls upstairs, you can take these girls to the hotel. A lot of these girls actually live in the bars upstairs. About half of the girls in these bars share a bedroom with like 8 or 10 beds, and they all live up there, and they come down to work every day. And the other half have got their own condos, the ones with a bit more money. But they have got like short time rooms in all of these bars on the street. You can take the girls up.
So you could basically just take any girl, all the girls?
Any girl you like, yeah, all the girls. 400 baht for the room, you pay for the room, you agree a price with the girl, what she wants, and get down to business. So this bar here, I was the manager here for about 6 months.
So, few questions, right? This is Soi 6, which is different than the walking street.
Yeah.
What's the difference? Is there a difference?
Yeah, so Walking Street, primarily it's go-go bars, and these are what you call beer bars. And generally, all the girls, when they start working in these sort of places, this is where they start working. They've got companies that make viral videos of all these girls, how much money they're making in the bars, and they post this all over TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and they've got a big marketing team for this street. So this is where they start off, a lot of girls.
Okay.
And then when they get to know people in the city, or when they're tired of working down here, they go and work in the go-go bars and places like that.
So this is like training ground.
Yeah, you can say that, yeah.
It's like training ground. So like I said, I asked you already, but I want to make sure it's clear. So all of these girls are actually like you can pay for these girls to go to your hotel with you.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, as long as it's up to the girl. There's nothing forced here, you know. It's not like there's going to be a mama-san or a manager.
For the most part,
it's like, but the girls are here to earn money, and especially if you're younger and you're somewhat attractive, they're going to be more than happy to go with you. You know, even if you're an older guy, it's very rare the girls say no because they're here for the money. You know.
How much does it cost? So what's the price and what's like a rip-off? Like how does these things work?
So they vary a bit on this street, but I can tell you the majority, which is the company I used to work for, 21 bars have the same prices. Monday to Thursday, for the bar fine, before 10 p.m. it's 3,000 baht, and then 11 p.m. 2,000, 12 p.m. 1,000. That's what you pay the bar fine the girl to get her out the bar to go to the hotel, and then you have to agree a price with the girl. Most girls want between 2,000 and 3,000. Some will try and ask you for 4. If you're a newcomer here and they think you've got a lot of money, they're going to try and fleece you a little bit. But a bit of advice: if you come in here, set a price that you're happy with. Just say, look, I'll give you 2,000 baht. We'll keep it at that. Go from there. And if you go in and set a price that you're happy with, 9 times out of 10 they'll agree with that, or you can negotiate.
So whatever price you set with them, you still have to pay like almost the double for the bar.
That's right. You got to pay the bar fine. That's completely separate. But
so if they want 2 and the bar wants 2, that's 4.
Yeah.
Or if they want 3 and the bar wants 2, that's 5.
Yeah.
So it depends on.
Like the bar fine prices get cheaper throughout the night because obviously, like during the day, if they put the bar fine prices low in the day, it'll come to 10 o'clock, there'll be no girls left in the bar. So that's why they put the price up at the start of the night, and then as it goes on.
And how long is this period?
So if you bar fine a girl, say if you bar fine a girl now, she's yours until she needs to start work the next day. So these bars right across the street, they open up at 4 o'clock. So if you bar find a girl now, as long as she's back there for 4 o'clock, that's fine. If you want to keep her for an extra hour, an extra 2 hours, it's 1,000 baht for an extra hour.
So is there any way to get around the bar fine thing?
Well, there are, but I wouldn't advise it, because what happens is a lot of guys come down here, they'll speak to the girls, be like, hey, you got Line, you got WhatsApp, come meet me after work. And if the manager or the mama-san catches you, you're going to get blacklisted.
How would you get caught?
Well, you got managers that work in there that keep an eye out for this stuff, because these girls need to make money for the bar. If they're just making money for themselves and no money for the bar, that's bad for business.
Well, will the girl get penalized for that?
Yeah, she'll get penalised. She'll get warnings, and if they get so many warnings, they'll get kicked out the bar. I'd like to give girls warning myself, have meetings, and I've blacklisted a bunch of guys for trying to get these girls online and stuff, and waiting around, hanging around outside the bar. You actually got to call the security and things like that. And the managers and all that, we never got physical. There's a team of security that does all that sort of stuff,
So here's another question. This is like a really important question for me. The reason why I kind of stay away from these places is because of the whole lady boy thing, right? And like I'm very scared of that. Like I don't want to, I don't want to put myself in something where I'm not really agreeing to.
Yeah.
So I really just try to keep away from it. But how do you is it like really rampant here? Is as an American, when we come in and we see, we can't tell.
Yeah,
so I feel like all of them are, and I don't know.
I know exactly what you mean. And if you're here on holiday, it can be a bit hard to decipher who's a ladyboy, who's not. But it all comes down to the areas. So this street, Soy 6, they're all female. They don't hire ladyboys.
So there's no ladyboys here?
No, but the street behind us, Soy 61, is where they all hang out, because you get a lot of foot traffic from customers. At the end of the night, some of them take a walk home down just this street right here. And it's not bars like this, it's just they hang around, waiting for the straddlers, I call them, at the end of the night. And there's other areas around town in Pattaya, certain bars on Soy Bacau and Soy Shayapun, where they're strictly ladyboy bars, and they stick out like a sore thumb.
Right. So here you don't have a problem with that, and that's guaranteed. I could come to this street and feel comfortable that there's going to be no ladyboys here.
Yeah. This Soy 6, yes. I know, Solo Bar, they have 2 ladyboys working there, and they're the only 2 ladyboys I know that work on the whole street. But apart from that, I can say, 100%.
How about the walking street?
Walking Street, you get a lot of freelancers. So Walking Street itself, I'm not aware of any ladyboy specific bars. There's side streets where they do have ladyboy bars, but Walking Street itself, it's go-go's. It's all just like hot girls and a lot of freelancers. A lot of girls that actually finish work here go to Walking Street after work to try and get more customers. And you get a lot of girls that they can't work in the bars because they've been kicked out of the bars because they're mental issues, STDs, or they're just untrustworthy and don't like a working environment, so they like to just work on the streets for themselves. And a lot of those girls hang around Walking Street on just in the basic pool beer bars.
Did you ever get caught out there?
What, with the ladyboy?
Yeah.
I've had them like try and grab you and kiss you, but like it's.
Have you ever like, oh no, this is a girl, and it ended up not being a girl?
No, I've never had that. Like, I've been sat in a bar, I've bought a drink for one when we've all been chilling with our mates and everyone's being friendly, but like.
But have you ever seen anybody that got caught up like that?
Oh, okay, yeah, I've got a funny story if you want to hear it. So there was a guy that came to work here as a manager, right? And he was working here for a week, and on his second day, he got absolutely wasted. He had about 2 racks, which is 10 shots and a few Jaeger bombs. He didn't turn up to work the next day. My boss messaged him asking what happened last night. He woke up in his room, butt naked, all his clothes was off, and he hears someone in the toilet, right? Someone walks out this toilet, this 40-year-old ladyboy, and this guy's panicking. Some guy from Sweden, I think he was. He's only been in Pattaya for 2 weeks. She darts out the room. He realises his wallet, his phone, all his jewellery's gone. He starts trying to chase her down the road. She jumps on a motorbike. He goes to the police station, and the police just laugh at him. And he came back to work for 1 day, and then he left Pattaya, never to be saw again.
Wow. And the ladyboys won't actually tell you, oh, I'm a ladyboy. They'll just...
No. Some of them want the money. They know they can take advantage, and you've got to be careful.
Tipping, how does this work? Like, because I'm from America, so we basically tip for everything, and even if we don't tip, the people will look at us like we're weird.
Yeah.
But I know in Asia it's a little different, so can you explain how the tip thing works out here?
Yeah, sure. Like, generally in Thailand, tipping's not a thing. You don't have to tip here. Myself, I sometimes I tip if I feel like I've had a really good time and they've gave some good service. I will leave a little tip. But it's not like as accustomed as it is in the States. It's not like they're not going to look down on you if you don't leave them a tip. They're not going to think bad of you or anything like that. You haven't got to leave tips here. It's not really like a thing you have to do.
So that's for like dinner, that's for bars, that's for everything?
Bars, everything. Like, the girls will appreciate it if you tip them. They'll think more of you. And a lot of guys do tip. A lot of guys throw money around everywhere here, a lot of money. But as a rule of thumb, you don't have to tip, and you're not going to be frowned upon if you don't tip.
So we can walk around with our beers here?
Yeah, you can walk around with your beers. Don't quote me on this, I don't think it's technically legal, but I think the police have got a lot more pressing matters to deal with. They're not going to bust one guy for walking around with a beer. You see a lot of guys doing it.
All right. So money exchange here, how does that work?
So most people go to the TT exchanges. I think they've got the best rates coming here. We're heading to one now, just on the beach. It's like a yellow box. They've got them all over town. You can exchange your dollars or any currency for Thai baht when you're here. You can use ATMs, but when you use an ATM, you're going to have to pay your bank's fees, the currency conversion rates, and it can be pretty expensive. Each time you use it, it's 220 baht flat fee, plus your fees on top of that.
So it's better to bring money and exchange it?
Yeah, bring your money, exchange like a big chunk at one go. That way you're going to save money when exchanging it.
Don't change like 100.
Yeah, you don't want to be doing it every single day.
Right.
What is the exchange rate today?
USD 32.
The rates are a bit whack now in Thailand. It's all gone.
Yeah.
It's all gone up and down.
It's a little high. So I just gave her $200 bills. They checking it, making sure it ain't fugaga. So for 200, I'm getting what, like 64. How long was 6,400 last me out here?
It depends on how you like to party, you know. Some people can burn through that in a day, half a day. If you are not interested in girls and drinking, you're going to save a lot of money out here. Transport, food, accommodations, all pretty cheap in Pattaya. But as soon as you start bar finding girls and drinking, your money's not going to go far.
Not far. So look, this is 64 right here.
That could last you a whole week, you know.
This could last me a whole week.
Well, if you you know, you're not bar finding girls and you're not buying lady drinks all the time, that could last you a good bit of time, you know. These bar buses, 10 baht. They go all around the city for 10 baht. Hop on, hop off, anywhere you want. That's the best way to get around here. They're everywhere.
Oh, this right here?
Yeah, these bar buses, 10 baht. Hop on, hop off.
How do you get on them?
You just wave them down, flag them down.
And they'll just stop for you?
They'll stop for you. Press the little buzzer when you want to get off. They go all the way down Beach Road. They turn around, come back Second Road. They do a big loop. And when you live here for a longer time, you start learning how to save money. You know which bars are cheaper, where's the happy hour deals, where to eat, where you can get cheap food courts.
Where do you get cheap food at? Food courts.
Food courts, bottom level of Central Shopping Mall, right on Beach Road. There's a food court there that's pretty cheap. There's food stalls all around the city as well, where you can get Thai food, and you can save a lot of money doing this. And there's a runway market right next to Soi 6, and all the markets are pretty cheap, you know, 50 baht to 100 baht for a meal. But, you know, not everyone wants to eat Thai food every day, and, you know, coming from a Western country, when you're living here, you get bored of Thai food pretty quickly. Your body will start craving pizza and McDonald's.
I ate McDonald's and it cost me like about 20 bucks
Yeah.
for 2 meals.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting to spend that much. Bro.
Yeah.
So McDonald's is more expensive out here?
Yeah, it's more expensive here than in England as well. Okay, so now we're just right on the beach, on Beach Road, and we're right at the bottom of Soi 6, and all this road here with all these palm trees is where all the ladies hang out at the end of the night. There's ones that work here every night, and some of these girls are the girls that don't work in the bars because they've been kicked out the bars, they don't like...
Wait, okay, so you're talking about the girls that stand right here.
Yeah, they're not there now because it's daytime and it's raining, but of a night time, they'll just be standing around all night. And, you know, a lot of guys, a lot of people that want to save some money do go with these girls, but you need to be careful for a few reasons. Number one is that these girls don't work in a bar, so if you take one of these girls and you go back to the hotel, say your wallet goes missing, your phone goes missing, you're not going to be able to go back to that same bar because she doesn't work at a bar. She's not going to be standing in the same spot the next day. And
So is that another good reason to go through the bar and pay the bar fee, so
Yeah.
just in case anything happens, that's insurance?
Exactly, yeah. If anything happens, you pick up a girl around town, you know, you could add her online or WhatsApp, but that doesn't mean you're going to be able to find her again.
True. What's the price comparison? Like if you get a girl here versus a girl...
I'd be guessing because I've never actually gone through with it, but I know some of them will do like 500 baht, 1,000 baht, so you're talking like $10, $20
$10, $20
for a night.
for a whole night.
Yeah,
She's just with you the whole time.
that's right.
What's the best time to come out here to Pattaya? What time of the year?
The year, so November till about March, April is when it's at its hottest, but it's also, that's when it's at its busiest. So you're going to get better weather, but you're also going to pay more in flights, accommodation, And another thing to be aware of is that when it's busier and in the bars with all the girls, you're going to have less choice because there's going to be more men. Do you know what I mean? In low season, you got more options because there's less guys coming here. So you got like a lot of options for more prettier girls if that's what you're into. Yeah.
Let's say during this season right now,
Right
if I
now,
want to
yeah.
come for a week and I want to go bar hop, I want to go find girls and all this other extra stuff. How much should I bring?
How much should you bring for
Yes.
1 week?
Yes.
If you want to bar find girls every day, maybe one girl a day, nice food every day, maybe like a minimum $1,000 minimum.
$1,000 for the week.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd say.
But you could do it with $1,000.
Yeah, you could do that. That's going to be your accommodation as well. That's probably not including flights, but like accommodation, food, transport, and to have some fun with some girls.
But every night you're saying?
No, for 1 week.
No, but for every night for the week?
Yeah.
$1,000.
Yeah. I reckon so. Easy.
Hey, $1,000 ain't that bad.
Okay, so we're just jumping on a bar bus now. We're going to jump on this, head all the way down to Walking Street. Okay, so we just jumped off the bar bus here because there's a police station here, and I made a video about this the other day, about all the things that you need to be aware of if you come in here and how you're going to get busted basically. And that police station there, every single day, they're busting people for not having a helmet, not having a Thai driving licence ID. They don't recognise an international licence, and you're going to get fined for it. And what happens a lot of the time is there's a police stop point, checkpoint right there, and there's one just around the street down there. So if you get busted there and you don't hold your receipt, they will bust you a second time straight away. It happened to a friend of mine, and he had to pay 6,000 baht in the space of about 20 minutes.
Wow.
So if you come in here,
6,000 baht is like about $100.
yeah, well that's what you just.
That's like $200.
Yeah.
Golly.
Yeah. So if you come in here and you do want to get a motorbike, just either get the Thai ID license or avoid where the police checkpoints are. Because
But they'll give you a bike without the Thai license.
yeah, they'll give you a bike without the license. Like they don't care, you know. So
Right.
you got to
If
be
you
aware
get
of
stopped,
that.
you get stopped.
You get stopped.
What else do you have to look out for in terms of the police out here? Like,
Mainly, there's a few things that are illegal in Thailand, like gambling. You can't carry like 2 decks of playing cards on you because that's a serious offence because it's strictly illegal here. Any form of gambling. So don't think you're going to be shooting any dice over here and playing some big bets. There's actually a guy I know in a bar that won some money on online gambling, you know, on the slots on your phone. And he was bragging about it. He won $20,000. He was bragging about it down Soy 6. And then he went down Soy 5 into my mate's bar, still bragging about it. And then one of the Mamasans or someone called the police and said, this guy's been gambling. And
they called the police on his ass?
Yeah, because anyone who dobs these people in, the Thai locals, they'll take a cut of that for getting it. So
Wow.
you got to be.
So meaning, if a local sees you doing something, they'll turn you into the police and get you, and they'll get some money.
It's all a money game here. Everyone here is trying to make a buck, you know. And if someone's doing something illegal, you know, and they think, well, you know, I need a bit of money, they're gonna dob you in. I've seen it happen.
What else do you have to look out for with the police?
Just don't be like drunk and disorderly. Don't be like getting blackout drunk.
What happens if you get into a fight out here?
Get into a fight with a Thai. Don't get into a fight with a Thai guy. Do not disrespect any Thai people here. If you're a foreigner, a farang, a white guy,
What is it called?
a farang. So a farang is the Thai word for a Westerner. You know, anyone who's not native to this country.
Right.
Those fights, you know, you can sort of fight it out, but if you start picking a fight with a motorbike guy, a street food guy, it's a bad idea. You'll have like 10 Thai guys from over there, they'll all come out the woodwork and start laying into you.
What's the chances of the police like siding with you over a local Thai person?
Well, the only way they're going to side with you is if you're going to pay them off. What's going to happen is you're going to end up in that station right over there, and you're going to stay there until you're going to pay the fine that they've asked you for. Don't get doing any drugs out here either. Any of that.
What kind of drug?
Cannabis is legal. You can do that, but any party powder, you know, anything a bit hardcore, don't get caught with any of that. I've heard if you get caught with that, you've got to pay $5,000, about 250,000 baht to get out.
Anything else regarding the police or?
Just
about
that's about it, man. Just be respectful if you come in here. You know, as I said, we're all guests in this country, and this country there's a lot of freedom, and you can do what you want a lot of the time, but you have to be respectful, especially the Thais. So just keep your head down, enjoy yourself, and don't piss off any Thai people.
Are the police like really like on it to get people to arrest people?
No, not really. It's just when people cause a fuss and drinking in the bars. Like this place is a big drinking culture. There's actually more bars per square mile in this city than anywhere else in the world.
For real?
Yeah, there's more bars right here. So there's a lot of drinking and a lot of people getting drunk all the time. And it's mainly, you know, if people... The only trouble I saw when I was working down on Soi 6 is people that get really drunk and they get the bill at the end of the night. They're like, oh, I didn't buy all them drinks. Because sometimes these girls will sneakily put drinks on the bill,
right,
and then they'll start kicking off at the end of the night. But the bill's the bill at the end of the day. Even if that girl put a drink on there and you didn't realise, you ain't going to be able to fight that case. That bill's your bill, and if you ain't going to pay it, they're going to call the security. And if you don't pay the money when the security come, well, then they're going to call the police. So you got a chance when the security get there to actually pay it. And if you're going to start kicking off again still, then you're going to get...
Wait, so you're telling me that you can go to a bar and girls can just put drinks on there that you didn't order?
It can happen, yeah.
And how often does that happen?
It usually happens to the guys that are flashing the cash and the ones that are a bit more naive. Maybe it's their first time here in Pattaya.
Right.
And they'll be running over, more drinks, one for me. This guy's drunk in the bar. And yeah, if they see you're a naive guy and you've got a lot of money, these girls will take advantage of you, especially the girls that know how to play the game and the ones that have worked here for a while.
So how would you suggest like somebody, avoid that when they're at the bars? Like, do I have to keep a track on how many drinks I'm buying?
So you'll get a bin. They call it a bin here. It's like a bill in a little cup. And what you should do is every time you order a drink, check it every single time as a rule of thumb. Because sometimes you'll order one and then they'll say, oh, it was a mistake. And, you know, they just try and add the drinks on. We're all trying to make money out here and everyone's trying to make a buck. And some of these girls, they don't have much money. So it happens quite often when they try and put drinks on.
That's useful information. So there we have it. When you're out here buying them drinks, make sure you check the tab or
the bin.
The bin. Make sure you check the bin every time you order a drink and they bring it to the table.
Especially when you're in the go-go bars, because when you're in the go-go bars, it's loud. There's not very good lighting. You'll have a lot of girls around you, and it can be a bit of a crazy environment. And if you're new here, you're going to be blown away by everything that's going on around you.
Right.
So just try and hold yourself together and check your bill.
What is your advice on picking hotels and stuff out here?
It just comes down to location. A lot of people like to stay in...
Where's the best location?
Here we're right in central, but it's down to personal preference. Some people like staying right in the middle of the city because you haven't got to travel far and you got all the action around you when you're right in the middle of the city. But then...
We're right in the middle of the city. Is this right in the middle of the city?
So this is like the front of the city, and then you've got Soi Buakhao, which is just behind it.
Okay.
And yeah, it's a good location. You haven't got to travel far. There's some good hotels, but some people, you don't really get a break from all the madness then. That's why some people like to stay a bit on the north side of Pattaya, where there's some nicer hotels, nice restaurants, and it's a lot more chilled out. And some people stay over in Jomtien, which is the next little town over, and it's a lot more relaxed there. But then you've got to spend money coming in and out of the city all day.
Right, these are pretty convenient. I didn't know about these.
Yeah,
so this just goes down this strip.
Yeah, it goes down the beach and does a big loop, goes back down Second Road. You've got ones that go to Jomtien and North Pattaya as well, but this is like the main circuit.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I didn't know. I was getting on Grabs the whole time, but this is pretty convenient.
Avoid the yellow taxis because those are the ones that will rip you off. They'll charge you like 300, 400, 500 baht to go from here to Jomtien, and I made a video about this where I did a comparison on Bolt and it was like 50 baht, so they'll charge you 5 times more in the yellow taxis.
Wow.
So stay away from those.
So your suggestion would be to get Grab?
Bolt is better.
Bolt is better. Bolt or these?
Yeah, download Grab for food and then download Bolt for transport. Going around on the motorbike on Bolt is the cheapest way to get around the city, apart from the bar bus. If you're heading around the beach or down Second Road and you want to hang around there, you want to use the bar bus if you want to save some money.
Well, make sure y'all watch this video, make sure y'all take notes, so when you get down here, you know what to do, you know? Because it's not very often when you come on vacation, you would meet anybody that will give you the inside of 2-3 years of experience, you know what I mean? So make sure y'all share this video to all y'all thirst buckets that be traveling out to Pattaya.
What'd you call them? Thirst buckets?
Thirst buckets. You know who y'all are, y'all thirsty motherfuckers. So I see a lot of massage parlors.
Yeah.
When you drive down here, when you walk down here, you'll see like massage parlor after massage parlor.
Yeah, they're everywhere here.
So now, can you give me the rundown on the massage parlors?
Yeah, sure. So there's a lot of massage shops that are like actual Thai massage shops, and you know, they give you a proper authentic Thai massage. But
What does that mean?
that means that they do the authentic way. They'll crack your muscles, do all the pressure points and all that good stuff.
No
But
happy endings.
yeah, well, I was going to say about 90% of them will actually do that if you ask, or they'll ask you while you're having them.
90%.
Probably all of them, I'd say. Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah, I don't know any that don't do it, to be honest.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this is what district is this considered?
So we're just heading down to Walking Street now, and yeah, you'll see the big sign here. And this place opens up about 7-8 o'clock. A few beer bars open up, some live music, but it doesn't really get lively till about 8, 9, 10. And some of the places stay open till 2 a.m. and the big clubs, they'll actually stay open all night, 4, 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning until the police will come and shut them down. These places will make as much money as they can until the police will just come down and shut it down. I've been in these bars before at like 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, and they should have closed hours ago, and the police are like, no, the police want to go to bed, you know what I mean? They want to finish their shift as well.
Right. All right, so we caught it on a rainy day. It's a rainy day. But that's a good thing to the point, because there's not gonna be a lot of people out here and it's close, so we won't have no problems filming and shit. Because the last thing I want is somebody in my face talking about the camera. I don't want that. All right, so this is the infamous Walking Street.
So here we are. You've got a lot of different places down here. You got like Thai rock live band places. You've got go-go bars. You've got your dispensaries, 7-Elevens, restaurants, everything in between, massage shops. And down here, they've got some of the, well, there's actually the biggest go-go bar in Thailand. We're just about to get to it right now. And
Biggest go. So what's a go-go bar?
so a go-go bar is a bar, well, generally these
Like
big
a strip
ones.
club?
Yeah, you could call it a strip club. It's like a Thailand word for a strip club, and they've got about, like, on average, the big ones, 200 girls working in each one.
So are they dancing on the stage?
Yes.
Are they sitting with you? Like,
So
are they stripping on you? Like,
They're dancing on the stage, and if you want to buy them a drink, they'll come and give you some company.
Oh.
You know, and they'll stay with you all night as long as you're buying them drinks.
And then the drinks is basically like payment for them, or what?
Yeah, you're paying for the company of the girl
Buy drinks.
by buying
So
them
you don't
drinks.
have to pay them or tip them. You just buy drinks.
You just buy drinks, that's right, yeah.
Okay.
And generally the prices down here are more expensive than anywhere else in Pattaya, especially the big clubs. So what we're coming up to now is Opium, Cheek and Excess, and these are the biggest chain of go-go bars in Thailand, like on Walking Street. And I was at,
That's this one you're saying?
no, this is that's like a Korean go-go bar. Each one's got their different styles as well. That's a good point to mention.
They got Korean girls in here?
They haven't got Korean girls, but they've got girls that look smaller, more pale faces, and that's
Right.
generally what the Asian customers like to go for. There's a lot of bars down on Soy 6 where they put the more smaller, cuter girls in there, and the only customers you'll find in there is all like Asian guys.
Asian.
And then they've got bars what are more Farang bars, where the girls are taller, dark hair, tattoos, and that's like what Farangs like.
Right, and are we here? Or?
Yeah, so here, there was actually, I was going to be the manager here. This one, they wanted me to work here. And this one
is a Westerner friendly.
Yeah, these are all like a bit mixed, but this is the biggest go-go bar in Thailand. It's huge inside. There's hundreds of girls, and it's part of the company. This one, that one, and that one. And these are the places that make the most money on the whole street.
How's the food on the strip?
It's good, but it's expensive. There's a lot of nice fancy restaurants, but you got to pay for it. I generally don't.
Is the food going to be different here than say other places?
Yeah, like
about the same.
About the same. It's more
charged more
because of the location.
Right. So when you walk down here at nighttime, what's the vibe? Is this like what I see on the videos, like pretty girls much pulling you and stuff?
Yeah, that's more so down on Soy 6.
Oh,
down
Soy
here,
6.
Yeah, the girls will stand there and just try and entice you on this street. They're not really pulling guys in. It's a different sort of vibe. You've got little side streets like this. There's actually a really cool place down there called Windmill Club, and you can go in there, sit down, buy a beer, and the girls in there will be butt naked on the table doing everything to each other. And you can sit down, 70 bar, buy one beer and enjoy the show.
Wow. Well, what's the name of this bar?
Windmill Club.
Windmill Club.
And there's like bathtubs in there, you know.
Well, I won't be going there, but you know, for all of y'all thirst buckets out there, I'm doing y'all the service. So don't say China Mac, you're being thirsty. I'm not being thirsty. I just know there's a bunch of thirst buckets that's watching, so I'm asking for y'all.
There you go, man.
I'm doing a service to y'all. Yes, sir. It's the two Macs together, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, brother.
Are you live streaming now?
Yeah. I mean, we're making a video.
Wicked, man.
Yes, sir. What's your name?
Pleasure to meet you, man. I'm Josh.
Josh, nice to meet you, brother.
I'm from London, man.
All right, no doubt. Thanks for the support, bro.
Nice to meet you, man.
Now you see the two Macs together. Make sure you watch the video.
Yeah. Actually, I'm subscribed to Mac, but not you, but I have to subscribe
Oh,
to Mac.
shit, then what's up? It's a beautiful day to subscribe to China Mac TV, man.
Eric to the world.
All right, much love, brother. Peace.
Take care, bro. I'll message you soon.
Yeah, man.
Take care, bro.
So we back over here on Soy 6. It looks a little more lively now. A lot more girls. Hopefully, I don't fucking get pressed by these girls because I don't want to go through that shit. But we got Mac, and that's why it's important that I collab with Mac. He knows more about this area, you know what I mean? People know him more, so it's easier to me to walk around with him versus me because I look like just like a random person, you know what I mean? Right.
So the girl I was gonna get, she's late for work, so she said they're gonna be like an hour, 2 hours. So I'm trying to find a different one. Because some of them are not very good at English, some of them are a bit shy, you know.
Okay.
So I can have a walk. I reckon it's probably easier if I just find someone, you have a beer, chill out for a minute.
Alright. Drink a couple beers. I'm feeling a little, you know, a little right. Now we about to go interview some bar girls and get an understanding from them. Get some insight, you know what I'm saying? So for people that's coming here and then they're meeting these girls, how often do like these guys get into relationship with these girls?
Pretty often. What happens is a lot of these guys, they come here on holiday and then they meet a girl for the first time, they fall in love, maybe they haven't had that much attention back in their home country, they stay in touch with the girl and then they come back to Thailand, they come here and then the girl will say to them, look, I want to live with you, but you've got to pay the buyout for the bar. And a lot of these bars, it's like 35,000, 50,000 baht to buy the girl out of a contract. And then she can go and live with you, stay in your condo, and then, yeah, basically. But if you do that, you've got to then support that girl, you've got to provide for that girl, food, accommodation, and spending money, because these girls ain't going to live with you for free, a lot of them. There are some that will do that because they just enjoy the quiet life, they want to relax, maybe they've been working in the bars for a few years, they don't want to drink every day, they want to relax in the condo. But some of them, they're only in it for the money, So they'll want to, if they're with you, they might expect 40, 50, some guys 60, 70,000. It depends on the girl, how much you can try and get out of the guy.
So these girls actually want you to. So if you meet a girl at the bar, you got to, number one, pay the buyout,
Yeah.
which is, how much is that in American?
It's like 50,000 baht, I think, is about £1,000, so maybe $1,200 about.
So about $1,200 just to pay the bar.
Yeah, and then you've got your girlfriend then, basically. You've got your girlfriend, but on top of that, she's going to be expecting money every month from you. And
Is that like spoken? Is that like, do they say that? Like, oh,
these are the conversations you'll typically have with these girls while you're, talking to them. She'll be saying, oh, I want to come live with you. Are you able to support me? He's going to ask, how much do you need? She's going to say, I want this much. Maybe you can negotiate, but typically, you got to, if you want these girls to be your girlfriend, you've got to pay for it. It's the same in any country, it just works differently out here. A lot of guys in Western countries have girlfriends that they support and they don't work. But over here, it's like, it's a lot more, get down to brass tacks. If you want me, you got to pay. This is how much it is if you want me to be your girlfriend.
so would you say that's like true love?
True love, maybe in the man's eyes, depends how much of a heartfelt man he is. For the girls, a lot of the time, it's just a business transaction. If they can support their families back home in Isan and they haven't got to drink in the bars every day, if they can just meet one guy and go live in his condo and, have a wholesome relationship, that's good for them. They haven't got to drink themselves to death. They're earning good money and it's a better life for them.
How long do you see these relationships like lasting from your experience?
In my experience, I've seen the majority not last longer than 6 months to a year. I know a lot of guys down here that have had 6-month girlfriends and they've paid a lot of money for it. And at the end of it, they sort of regret it and then fizzle out and move on to the next one.
Wow. So listen, y'all, keep y'all tender dicks inside. This is not the place to be all tender and shit. You know what I'm saying? Long story short, don't come in here try to find a fucking wife, because they trying to get money. I mean, not everybody.
Listen,
but
there's a lot of places in Thailand that you can find really nice Thai girls. Up in
but not here.
Yeah, in Pattaya, they're all bar girls. They're here for the money, so it's hard to find a decent girl here. The ones that work in 7-Elevens, the ones that work in banks, the normal girls, what tends to happen is they have a lot of friends that work in the nightlife industry. So she's going to be tempted to go out with her friends. She's going to get to Walking Street at the end of the night. There's going to be other guys here that doesn't know she's got a boyfriend that's going to be trying to hit on your girl. She's going to be drunk. She might get tempted. There's a lot of that stuff that goes on here.
Right. How faithful are these girls out here?
It depends. If you're a good guy, you're not naive, you're stern, you put your foot down and you show that girl who's boss, though she'll be pretty faithful. But if you're a bit naive with a girl, you flash a lot of cash, you give that girl what she wants, when she asks for it, she might not be that faithful.
Yeah. So simps, don't be simping out here. You know what I mean? Like, you can't be simping out here because they're gonna walk all over you. I'm just giving you the breakdown, the New York breakdown of what my guy Mac is saying. Keep y'all tender dicks inside on Pattaya. If you come in here, 9 times out of 10, if you meet a girl, know that these girls are hustling. They out here working, they trying to get that bread just like everybody else. But here, it's like they know people are coming here looking for girls, looking for relationships, looking for women companionship, and these girls will take advantage of that.
Yeah, that's right. I couldn't have said it better myself. A lot of guys will come here, they'll buy a girl out the bar. That girl will probably lie, say she's only been here for a month or 2 months. She's probably been here for 6 months or a year. And these girls meet people every single day. Like at least 1 or 2 guys a day, they get in a line or a WhatsApp. And you meet her 6 months down the line, she tells you she's been working here for 2 months, she's only seen, 5 guys. That's not the case. She's got a phone full of contacts online, and what happens is these guys will go back to their home countries, they'll come back to Pattaya, and then, she could be living with this guy at some point, and then she's saying, oh, I want to go out with my friend tonight. She goes out with a friend. Her friend Pedro from Italy's back in town, and then, that's where the trouble starts.
So what are some red flags for that you can kind of like see? You know?
Red flags, multiple Facebooks, multiple social medias. That's the main thing, really. If she's got pictures on her Facebook in different condos, in different pools, in different parts of town, that's another big red flag, you know.
So if she has multiple phones, what does that mean?
Well, a lot of guys, when they buy a girl out, the first thing she's going to want as a present is a new phone. They're going to say things like, my phone's broken, it's cracked, the signal doesn't work.
Why would they want a present as a phone? Why is that a thing?
Because when these guys get in relationships with the girls, typically when you go on dates, the first things you buy are chocolates, teddy bears, stuff like that, and that gets old pretty quickly. Sooner or later, she's going to want a new phone. She's not going to want...
But why a phone?
Because that's how it starts. It starts with a new phone. There's actually a thing called the Bar Girl Bible, and you get with a girl, she wants a new phone, and then she wants to move in your condo, or condo first, and then a motorbike, and then new phone, new motorbike, new condo, new boyfriend. That's like a saying around here, the Bar Girl Bible. And they just do this on repeat, and they get new phones, they move in new condos, they get what money they can from different guys around the world. And that's just the average life.
I feel like a new phone is like an iPhone 16 now.
Yeah, like you wouldn't believe the amount of phones that I've seen bought for these girls in the bars. Sometimes 2 times a month or once a month, there's a girl with a brand new iPhone in the bar. Some of these guys have only known these girls for like a week or two, and they'll play it on. They'll be like, my phone doesn't work, and they'll bring out an old phone from the back, not even the new phone that they've already got, and start playing on the phone that's all cracked and stuff. I've seen it happen.
So that's game.
Yeah, they know what they're doing.
That's game. Don't be buying nobody no phones unless you really know them. But that's game. All right, that's good to know.
I'm not telling you to do anything. I'm just telling you we're filming a video.
Start filming the video, I'll fucking smack it out.
Are you gonna smack it out my hand?
I'm not gonna do that.
You gonna smack who? Who the fuck you gonna smack? Who you gonna smack? Who the fuck you gonna smack?
I'm on
better
about
come here. Calm the fuck down. You ain't smacking nobody. Alright, so listen, we shooting it here. I don't give a fuck. What the fuck you talking about? Ooh, wowing, bro.
Dog, we sit here.
I'll sit here with it. I'll translate.
You wanna hold this file, bro?
Yeah, for sure, bro. Yeah, let's hold on.
Just
okay.
come sit down.
All right.
Thank you.
Hold up here. Let's see what's going on. Confirm. All right, got you.
Everyone in the shot there. You might need to come back a bit, Adam. Do you want to sit here? You sit here, Si. Huh? You sit here.
Woo! I didn't want to do that, but that was kind of